Alright, so I'd go 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so right at the beginning of the runs you see me thrusting backwards to pick up an energy sword. That's the only depleted energy sword you can pick up in the run for some reason. And the reason why I do that is because I can have 10% faster movement speed while I have the sword out. So whenever I can in the speed run, I'll take the sword, which is just simply faster. And one thing I should say in advance is that for the most part I try to avoid fighting, so I just run the parkour and try not to die, preferably. Which is not always avoidable because Legendary is quite brutal sometimes. And you see me here use the script animation of the soldier to get boosted. If you fast enough it works, and it went well. And the first major triggers are coming right away. I will wait for a checkpoint because it's very precise. And I might fail it. Waiting for a checkpoint, there we go. So if I run fast enough, I can use the scripted movement of this cannon to get launched up in the air. I hope I will get it. It's quite precise. Got it. And I can go out of bounds like this. This gives a lot of fighting. And there we go. Currently out of bounds. And pushing a button from inside the building. Okay, now I have to wait for a loading done symbol before I continue, otherwise I'll be warped back inside the building, which will lose me time. And I got it. This is called the door skip, saved around 15 seconds. There's another launch coming right up, but this one is really difficult. It might be the hardest trick of the game. So let's see how that goes. Hoping for a checkpoint, hopefully.
Watch out for the Kraken. The Covenant are trying to use
I'll do the same thing as at the beginning, but quite a bit more. I got checkpoint, perfect. A really good one too. Same thing as the beginning, just quite a bit more difficult. Let's see. And didn't get it, unfortunately. I can try again. Again, not high enough.
I'd rather not get stuck between them.
Third try is a charm, I hope. Alright. It should be high enough. Yeah, got it. You see me drop inbounds right away. I skip minutes of fighting, it's still much faster than the casual route. I will talk about the movement mechanics in this game a bit later. Because compared to Halo 3, if you watched the run before, there's a lot of new stuff. This is a clear I have to do. I have to kill every enemy, and this enemy you see right there is called the Knight. There's some ways to quick kill them. You see they have orange cores to their sides. If I shoot one of them down, they go through a raging animation. And when they do that, I can shoot their face in a short period of time, and I have to get it, otherwise it's a bit tricky. And you have 2 tries for every Knight. They have 2 cores. Alright, the crawlers are hiding. Alright, this guy. He's being a little troll, but that's fine because he should turn around now. There we go. And that was Osiris, the first level. Right, you will notice that I will not be able to skip through the cutscenes right away. That's because I played the unpatched version of the game. And the reason why I do that is that it's faster and easier overall in Legendary. In the patched version of the game, you can skip the cutscenes, and there's an in-game timer. I don't have either of those. And about the new movement tech, you will see that permanent sprinting has been added to the game. And you can hover, you can boost and things like that. So overall I think the movement is quite fun in this game. I will be used a lot in the speedrun. I will get into more detail throughout the run. Right away in the beginning of this mission, which is called Blue Team, I'm doing another bounce trick, which is again one of the hardest tricks of the game. if not maybe even the hardest. I'm not sure. I waited for a checkpoint. And there we go.
We clear the Covenant and return the station.
To revert to the checkpoint.
We clear the
Alright, got
Covenant
the
and
clamber.
return the station.
What I have to do is I have to slide across these windows. Jump around pillars. So you can see you can also clamber in this game now, which is also new compared to other Halo games. Alright, let's see. This is the hardest jump. Let's see if I can get it. Unfortunately, I did not get it, but it's okay. Have another try.
We clear the Covenant and return the station to home.
Fastest route to retrieval is to see central control. Eliminate hostiles between here and there, and deactivate gravity and life support systems. Ship data center is just ahead.
I have to focus for a little here. Didn't get it again, but I have another try. Aw, okay, third try maybe. We can do this. But yeah, this trick is really, really hard. It looks easier than it actually is.
We clear the Covenant and return the station to Oni.
Fastest route to retrieval is to see central control. Eliminate hostiles between here and there, and deactivate gravity and life support systems. Ship data center is just ahead. We can pull down Argent Moon schematics there.
And fail it again. Okay, one last try. If it doesn't work, I'll go the old route.
We clear the Covenant and return the station to Oni.
Fastest route to retrieval is to see central control. Eliminate hostiles between here and there, and deactivate gravity and life support systems. Ship data center is just ahead. We can pull down Argent Moon schematics there.
Yeah, okay, unfortunately I couldn't show it off. That's really unfortunate. Because usually I get in the first 3 tries, but
Return the station to Oni.
marathon luck, I guess. This is the old route, which is quite unspectacular compared to the other one. If I had gotten the trick, I would have been over the building here right now, gone out of bounds, and then skipped an elevator. I will anger this elite so you will draw out a sword, which he didn't do, which doesn't matter as long as I survive. Alright, I should be fine.
Data center.
We've got a complete set of data set keys for the station.
Have to wait for dialogue here. But yeah, if I had gotten the trick, I would be on top of this building, and I would have skipped this whole section
Population map.
and the upcoming elevator ride. It saves around, I think, 40 seconds, I'm not sure.
Prowlers in the hangar base. Nobody from Oni got out of here alive, did they?
No.
Let's go.
So another new thing in this game is that you have 3 allies helping you. Well, quote-unquote helping. They're not really helpful, but
They must be stripping that
it's good to know they're at least there. There's also a new mechanic is when you die, they can revive you in a short period of time,
Must not be going well.
which makes the game overall easier to compare to other Halos, but
Sees no profit.
it doesn't always work the way it should.
Most direct route to the shipyard is through the wall ahead.
Let's charge through. Contact.
You just see me skip a bunch of enemies here. Because they're very scary and legendary, and I'm afraid I'm running away. But there's another bounce trick, which makes this section quite a bit easier. Got it. And with a specific way when out of bounds, I deload all the enemies here, so I can just run through.
No signal from Linda. Hold positions.
What you see me here is power sliding. It's a specific exploit.
Central control.
If you thruster and then crouch for a certain amount of time, if you have the correct controller settings for it, you can slide like that. And on the unpatched version of the game, you can use that to go off ramps like this, do a muscle jump, if I can get it. Got it. Oh, I got blocked by the ceiling. It's fine. There will be quite a bit more later.
Talk about this later. Lights on.
This section is a bit random. I have to kill sleeping runs, which should trigger a bunch of enemies here, namely 2 elites that are quite lethal. I'm hiding so they run away, and then I run through here. And first try, that's good. Okay. A bunch of ramp slides here if I can hit them. Yeah, it's first one, good.
Chief,
Oh yeah, this doesn't work on the patch version of the game. Because it was an unfair advantage in the multiplayer. They had to remove it. Just run through these tunnels. Try not to die. Okay. That's a glitch on unpatched. Instant nades. It happens sometimes. But it's okay because I got the checkpoint right here.
She's active. What's she doing so far out on the frontier?
Playing this safe. Alright, in the next room, I'll try to get a sword finally. Because I failed the previous attempts, which is fine. It's just a bit slower.
Zealot with an energy shield.
But you can see that with the sword I can run faster.
Covenant BattleNet just lit up.
Covenant ships.
There's another very important reason why I need a sword here,
We're outnumbered here, Chief. A few thousand to one.
which you will see in around a minute.
Moon is not an option.
Neither is fighting half the Covenant.
For now I'm stocking up on ammo.
Then forget about reaching central control. Plan changes to asset denial. Scuttle the Argent Moon.
Ship's reactor core is near here. Same plan as the perpetual devotion.
To wait for dialogue here.
Evac. Ship explodes.
But in the next room there will be hunters, and with the sword there is a way to
Travel between.
quick kill them, which only works on unpatched. Because if you sword them in the back, they have an orange fleshy part at the back. If you hit the side of that, they get stunned for a little bit, so you can hit them again. If you hit them 3 times, they die. In patch, they just turn around, they completely destroy you, so it's one of the time save on unpatched.
Use the lab equipment to keep above them and out of
Let's see.
It's free.
Alright, be good. They can one-hit kill you, so it's kind of scary sometimes, but that was okay.
Schematic
In the next room, there will basically be a lot of enemies. I have to kill all of them. And there's a specific order I do it in. First of all, I ground pound the orange jackal,
Right, let's go.
take a plasma pistol,
controls are on the far side of the room.
overcharge an elite,
The Covenant forces and
which is called noob combo. Shielded enemies are weak to plasma overcharges. They lose their shield right away, so you can headshot them right after. Got the checkpoint, which is good, so I can go for the fun strat. There's a bunch of snipers here, well too, and a bunch of elites. And I have to kill everything. Okay.
take that elite.
1 minute. Copy.
Engage the elite.
Right.
Should also probably mention that gold elites have stronger shields than the blue elites, so they're quite hard to kill sometimes. Come on. Okay, there's a sniper. You see it by the flashing light. They can one-hit kill you if you're unlucky. On the patch version of the game, they always one-hit kill you, which is another reason why unpatch is better for legendary speedruns. There's another sniper here usually. Let's see if he's not trolling. Oh yeah, we're fine. Good. There's still 3 elites. Oh, nice grenade. Alright.
Area's clear. Initiate the overload.
That was the reactor room fight. One of the hardest sections of the game, and I'm happy I didn't die.
Got it. loading. Move for the hangar bay.
See me do another ramp slide there.
Station's going to try to cool
Doesn't really save time because I have to wait for dialogue anyway. But they're still fun to do.
Reactor safety protocols in the Covenant.
We can stop that.
I got the loading done on the elevator and I can go pick up some ammo. Namely grenades here. Splinter grenades. Sorry, frag grenades. I'll be warped back. It's a mechanic in the game. If you go somewhere you're not supposed to be at and there's a trigger, it will always warp you to where you need to be.
Shame to lose the Argent Moon,
Well, not always,
but I'd love to
but
see the
in
look
a lot
on
of
Tantal's
cases.
faces when she goes supernova.
The next section is an open area where I have to push a button and then destroy 8 vents.
How do we stop it?
And this is the first vehicle of the speedrun I'm using soon, Banshee.
those are our targets.
Reach the control sheds. Get the cooling system offline.
But after activating this button, there's 8 vents I have to destroy. I have the fuel rod cannon, which is an explosive weapon, so I can destroy some of them on foot. First one, second one. Okay, that's unfortunate.
Override
That's a good
activated.
checkpoint though, so we're fine.
Perfect. Coolant system inner workings are exposed.
Eliminate the targets.
Alright, I took 5 of them out with the fuel rod cannon and the rest with the Banshee.
Been alerted to our presence.
And
Reinforcements inbound.
that's all 8 of them. This section is quite random too. If I get hit by a plasma pistol overcharge, my vehicle gets EMP'd. I can just fall down and die.
Blue team, evac now.
And this is an out of bounds trigger, I forgot to mention completely. I'm so used to it. Yeah, I'm completely out of bounds here. You're not supposed to be here. Saves a bit of time, and I have to go here to wait for a load.
Armada must have taken it out.
Frederick, find the nearest hangar bay. We're taking a prowler.
When I get the objective symbol, I know I'm good to go. I can go inbounds. Hit the load here. I'm going to park the Banshee in a very specific way,
Control panel.
in a very precise location.
About to be slag. Move to the
I'm going to punch it twice for good luck. Well, actually, to set it up correctly. And I hope it works. And you will see why very soon. By the way, this fuel rod cannon just can one-hit kill me. And I can't be revived after that either, so I have to be very careful. Until I get a checkpoint or something.
pick up that
I
weapon.
got a checkpoint, that's good. There's a lot of enemies. This section is really hard. To push the button and it spawns even more enemies. I tried to spawn kill a lot of them. Like there will be 2 jackals here.
Hold off the Covenant while the Prowler preps for launch.
Okay. Good. Jackals are really lethal. The storm rifle they have can pretty much instantly kill you if they're in close range. There will be ground spawning here because enough enemies are dead. I will rocket them. And then spawn kill 2 jackals here, if it goes well. First one, second one. Some enemies here.
More hunters.
Got all of them, that's good. And then again 3 grunts there. And I missed them, which is okay. And you will see why I positioned the Banshee there before. It's actually kind of fun. I tried to show it off. You see the hunter there. I blocked his spawn. And the game is confused. He doesn't know where to drop the hunter. And eventually he just dies. See if you can see that. Come on. There we go.
Covenant reinforcements inbound.
There's a second hunter, but I don't know where it is, unfortunately. Which is kinda bad, but I figured it out.
On the ground. No quarter.
So I really don't know where the hunter is. And I don't like that. Oh, there he is.
Priority target.
It's the last enemy that has to die. And my allies are being very helpful. It's good. But yeah, you can assign your allies to pick up weapons. I forgot to say that. I let one of them pick the fuel rod cannon, which made the ending fight much easier for me.
Board now, blue team.
And that's blue team. I think that was the 2 hardest levels of the speedrun done, I think. Blue team is really hard. It's unfortunate I didn't get the out of bounds at the beginning, but it happens, I guess.
I tried to warn you this was happening. Cortana is no longer an asset, Captain. She is a danger. She has access to the Forerunner domain.
Alright, I have a lot of time here, I think 2 minutes, to explain some of the difference between patched and unpatched. I mentioned some of them, but mainly, if you play the both versions and compare them, you will see that some enemies have been buffed massively, and others have been nerfed massively. Like plasma pistols are much stronger unpatched. I think you die by 3 or 4 shots of a plasma pistol on patched. On unpatched is much easier, you don't die that fast. And then ramp sliding that I showed off in blue team before, and which I will do a few more times during the speedrun, has been patched out. Storm rifle jackals are actually much weaker unpatched, but overall it's still better to play unpatched, I think. There's some other enemies that are nerfed, especially wardens. Those who have played the game know the warden eternal. It's like some kind of mini boss who comes reappears during the speedrun a lot of times.
Governor didn't seem to want our help.
Well, he's gonna get it anyway.
A punch for good luck. Doesn't hurt.
What's going on?
This mission is called Glass. It's quite straightforward. I'm doing a minor time save here. I'm going to weaken those 2 Marines.
People of Meridian Station need our assistance. Meridian control.
And when they start their dialogue, I can kill them, which saves like 0.2 seconds or something like that. That's the first one.
Open the doors so we can help.
That's the second one. Those 0.2 seconds make up for the blue team beginning. In this section I just have to run and preferably not die. It's actually very rare to die here, but it happens sometimes. I'm going straight for a sniper, from which, like from here I'm going to shoot the generator. There we go. Assign my allies to pick up the saw. Then I have to wait a bit for the gate to open.
There's a clear shot to a generator from up here.
Take the shot. It'll drop power to the gate.
Alright, there's a trick upcoming. I'm going to exploit the geometry and mechanics of this game to get launched between the vehicle and the gate, which will allow me to skip the gate. It sounds weird, it is weird, but for some reason it works. Basically what I'm going to do is, I'm going to park the Warthog diagonally to the gate. Right here. It should work. Maybe. To jump and thrust it with the right timing, and I get launched upwards. There we go. And for some reason snipers can flip vehicles in this game, which makes a lot of sense, but well. They skipped around, I think 1 minute, oh, actually more than 1 minute, the gate skip. Because you have to kill the 4 soldiers and then wait 40 seconds for the gate to open.
They have a tank. Why do they have a tank?
And for those who like tanks, I have good news. This is the only place in Speedrun where you actually use one. And you have to use one on Legendary.
Why did they have
But at least I would highly recommend it.
UNSC gear?
And you will see why very soon.
Private security for a frontier colony isn't unusual. Surprising to see something this heavy, though.
I'm making my way up the hill. Trying not to take damage. That's a little bit of damage, that's fine. It's a tank, you can tank. But yeah, I think... wait. Yeah, it's burning a little bit. You see like this black smoke, that's also fine. If I don't screw up the ending fight massively, it should be fine. What you will see me do here for the ending is a bunch of spawn killing. and the tank is perfect for that.
Talking to us. That's a start.
On the easy speedrun, you don't take the tank because enemies die pretty fast and you don't die that fast. But on legendary, you would die right away without the tank. And even with the tank, it's quite difficult sometimes. The enemies are randomly spread around and I'll have to kill all of them, but I'm trying to figure out where they are exactly.
Propaganda about
Okay,
Spartans
see 'em.
doesn't lie. Listen, across the bridge, closer to town, there's others that could use your help.
We can do that, sir.
All right,
Okay, there will be a bunch of spawn killing now. I have to set up for each spawn.
we're keeping them away from us.
Let's see how that goes.
Osiris, clear the area so they can open the gates. Target the soldiers.
Soldiers can board you, or EMP you if you're unlucky. I'm trying to avoid that. Because that would be really bad.
Take that soldier down.
I can assign my allies to take out certain enemies, which is quite convenient in sections like these. You can plan out the fight a little bit. So tank is burning, but it's not to worry because this is the ending cycle. Should be fine. Unless something crazy happens, and in Legendary Speedrun you never know. You should never say, hey, this went well, and then you suddenly die from, I don't know, something completely random.
Keep her steady.
On my mark.
Copy. No problem.
Move up. Take that soldier down.
You got it.
Take the mongoose, Spartan.
That mongoose is mine.
Okay, I missed a bunch of spawns, but that's okay. Just to survive it. Okay, I accidentally killed my allies.
Target the soldier.
In a minute.
Take the crawler.
Roger.
That's also okay.
Take solid copy. Soldier down.
Push up.
On it. Copy.
Okay, that's the last wave. There will be 2 knights here and then it's over.
Keep her steady. Knight sleeping. Copy. Igniter's down. Out of the vehicle.
I have to wait for dialogue here.
Looks like you've done it. Never thought I'd thank the UNSC for a damn thing.
Yeah, as you can see, the tank is pretty strong.
Come on inside.
Alright, the next level is an auto-scroller mission.
Governor Sloan.
That means that
Have a word.
I can't speed it up. I just have to do certain tasks at certain times.
Any trouble?
We'll be with you shortly.
And it's 3 minutes long, but since that 3 minutes of nothing is not very entertaining, I'll show off some glitches on this map.
Best suggestion is to keep weapons down and hands up.
There's some fun stuff you can do here.
Governor Sloan.
Starting here. If you position yourself between the 2 marines, the 2 marines get close to each other, and you can get pressure launched. It's just how broken this game is. You can get higher than this, by the way, but I think this is high enough. And there's no fall timer in this game, as you may have noticed right now. Unlike other Halo games where you die eventually.
He's an AI.
What's wrong with him? He looks broken. Rampancy
There's
on-
another cool thing here.
Probably
If you push
sacrificing
this
solution for logic.
button 11 times,
Welcome to you to my home. Do not be so rude as to make my health a point of conversation.
Of course, Governor. My
there will be
We're looking for
football spawning.
Way so many Spartans here. Why not? I'm unaware of other
And for some weird reason, in the patch version of the game, the ball is completely in silver, while on unpatched it looks like an actual, well, old-fashioned football. And you can score a goal here if you're bored.
So where do we start looking?
The best intel in a place like this comes from the people. Keep your ears open. Machine button. All right, Osiris. Playtime's over. Let's get on.
And I have to talk to two people and then wait again. Some other fun stuff you can do on this map, but
Pound glass, UNSC.
I don't think I have the time for that
My problem
anymore.
if your buddies didn't tell you where they parked. You ought to synchronize your drop zones better next time.
Catch that? Sounds like it was a UNSC ship.
UNSC swooping down to take our claim.
We can just teabag
Tell you what. Our
this,
folks at Apogee
whatever the hell
are
this thing is, while we wait, I guess.
You vultures can pick the bone so fast.
Wait, what do you say? Apogee?
But yeah, there's 3 auto-scroller missions in this game, and this is by far the longest one.
So Apogee came under attack, and then a UNSC ship was seen heading that way.
Find a network terminal. I want to know more about Apogee Station.
Artemis ought to be able to track down a suitable network terminal. Ping it.
Also, there's a reason why I don't go into the story of the game. It's because if someone maybe wants to play the game and thinks it might be interesting, I don't want to spoil everything. But I can say some very general things like you play as Spartan Locke in 12 missions and as Master Chief in 3 missions. And there's some differences in the abilities. You will like Spartan Locke, the one I'm playing right now, can thruster a second faster than, like the recharge is faster than Master Chief's. So you can spam the thrusters pretty much on the go. While with the Master Chief you have to wait a bit. You can use the next one. This mission is called Unconfirmed, and there's a trick coming right up, one of my favorites. But it requires precise movement, and I have to go fast, and I have to not choke. So let's see how it goes.
Lady is correct. My team's there to keep an eye on things while you look around. Personal Spartans.
No offense taken, Governor. We'll find our targets and be out of your way shortly.
Okay, I think this should be good. Yup, the pelican jump.
Clear the Prometheus. I want to look at that.
I skipped the trigger like that. Now I can control when to spawn the enemies. I pick up a rocket. I can just set up for a spawn kill.
Hurry up, we just lost Vale.
Here we go. He will spawn a watcher, I can shoot his face in that time. It's a very short period of time where you can do that, and a precise shot. But I got it, thank God. 3 crawlers in the back. Try to take them out now. I missed 2 of them, which is okay.
Move up.
Enemies spawning here. Okay, I actually missed all of them. But thank God for grenades, I guess. Spawn kill here. Backsmacks are always immediate kills in Halo.
Take that soldier down.
I'm using some kind of Halo 5 type of nuke combo. Can weaken the soldiers with a ball shot or a suppressor, which is this weapon. Take off their shield and headshot them when they die. I'll make use of that a lot in the speedrun.
Must have landed here for a reason.
I send my allies to take a few weapons here to make the next section easier.
Let's run a scan.
I can set up and get some ammo
Looks like a map
while
of
the next door
Apogee
opens.
Station. It leads down inside the mountain.
Marked a path through the door outside to the mines.
Sometimes you drop splinter grenades, which is these ones. And I got lucky because I dropped 2. And they make the ending section much easier.
Our position.
So that's good
The
RNG.
soldier you're chasing is down there? Not likely.
I'm asking politely for
You don't need them, but it makes it easier in case you screw up.
Opening the door for you now.
Makes it much more likely for you to survive.
Watch yourselves down there.
In the next section you will see 5 binary rifle soldiers. And every sniper in this game can be one-shot killed with a headshot. So we do that. Was the first one.
The Prometheans have this entrance bottled up.
2, 3, 4. Where's number 5? Okay, 5. A bunch of spawn killing here. Alright, got all of them, that's good. Except for one, but my allies got them. Then there's two bunny rifle soldiers here, and they're both dead right away.
Pick up that weapon. This area is secure. Governor Sloan, there's a door blocking our way at this location.
Opening now, Spartan. Don't see any signs of blue team engaged in combat through here.
Alright, this next section is actually really hard in the casual playthrough. And the reason why I started speedrunning, I did a meme race against someone. And this section absolutely destroyed me, took me hours to get through. And because that annoyed me, I just said, okay, I'll learn the speedrun, see how to handle this. And there's a very specific route you can take, which makes you survive every time if you don't screw up. Or if you don't get really unlucky. Sometimes you can get sniped.
More Prometheans inbound.
And we good.
What is that?
Do we see another ram slide here if I don't miss it, hopefully? There we go.
Something riled them up, that's for sure.
This is the world's most obvious skip. You can just jump onto the next section instead of taking the elevator ride. So we do that. Small freeze. Alright, the next section is the first Warden fight. For those who have played the game, I think those people know that the Warden is quite a pain. But we're speedrunning, so we have strats.
Where'd he come from?
Something new. Defend yourselves.
You are necessary to our plans. Leave now and
And that was the Warden fight.
What the hell was that thing? The Warden Eternal. He said
But to explain what I did, the Warden, everyone has like a black core on his back, and that's his weak spot. And the binary rifle is a really strong weapon, so I just spammed that on his back, on the
The
core.
Warden was protecting whatever lies beyond those doors.
He called it the Guardian.
Cortana is connected to this Guardian somehow, and that makes it the Master Chief's most likely target. We find it, we find him. Let's go.
Alright. You'll see me do a save and quit here. That makes the game technically New Game Plus, but the reason why we do that is because the cutscene would take 4 minutes otherwise, and we don't want to wait for that. Just loading up the next mission from the menu. And I should probably mention at this point that it doesn't matter with the timing, because with the timing we use the sum of individual levels, so loading times and freezes are not accounted for. It's basically like running in-game timer, except we manually retime everything. And there's a trick coming right up, which I hopefully will not choke. It's literally the first input of the level. Let's see. If I jump and thrust it with the precise timing, I think I got it. Let's see. If I don't see a Guardian up there, I should be fine. Yeah, I got it. What I did here, I skipped the loads, and it's very convenient, and you will see why.
Somehow
Knows what?
Let's get hunting.
Where are we headed?
This mission is really hard, by the way, so in a minute I'll have to focus for a bit. By the way, it is completely random which ally takes which seat. Preferably you want, wow, troll. Preferably you want Tanaka to be on the passenger seat because she has a DMR, which is a long-range precision weapon. It's the most convenient. And because I skipped the load at the beginning, we can just drive through here. There's no enemies at all. The casual playthrough, there would be phaetons, vehicles, soldiers, crows, everything trying to completely destroy you. But we're just driving around now, casually.
Find a fight. Seat's called shotgun for a reason.
We're not supposed to take the Warthog into the fight here, but we speedrun and we like breaking games, so we say we do it anyway. It's quite tricky though. I'm waiting for a checkpoint first. Got it. Let's see. And got it first try. Nice.
We need access to the space elevator.
And now we have to clear everything. I'll use the Gauss Hawk.
Taking refuge inside.
Which is very convenient in this section.
Understood, Gunner. Osiris, clear the area so they can open those doors. Priority target.
On it.
We're taking damage.
Copy.
Should be a guy behind here. There we go.
Soldier down.
Good.
Target the soldier. Take that soldier down. Target the soldier. I'm on it.
I will spawn my enemies. Oh, I have to get rid of that turret guy. He's dangerous. Come on. Okay, we're good. I spawned a bunch more enemies. Two of them bunny rifle soldiers, which I have to headshot right away. Where's the second one? Okay.
Target the soldier. Copy.
Solid copy.
Take that soldier down. You got it. Stop that turret.
Hopefully get the turret guy down. Got him. I will spawn a bunch of crawlers here, which I will just nade spam.
Enemy near the container.
But yeah, there's a lot going on here, as you might see.
Enemy near that truck.
Okay.
Let's go.
Spawn 3 more enemies, they're quite dangerous, so I have to be careful here.
Take that soldier down.
If I get too close then they will board me, which is really bad. But that was pretty good actually, that was good.
She's not gonna fly. Need another way to get these people off world.
Take this, Spartan. On it. Pick up this weapon. Elevator doors open.
I will spawn some dialogue here, and then run straight back to pick up some weapons. I have a short period of time for that, so I hope I will make it. It will make the next section much easier.
You're good. She gave me fair warning.
I didn't take up the sniper because I don't think I have enough time. I just took the Gauss turret. That's fine though.
A change is gonna come for all of us, human and created alike. She's bringing a new dawn.
This next section, it's called the elevator section. There's a bunch of waves where I have to kill all of the enemies.
Good luck to you, everyone. Goodbye. They're between us and the Pelican.
Weapons free.
These flying enemies I'm killing called Watchers, they can completely give the HP back to the enemies. So if you unshield enemies, the Watchers can be really annoying.
Target the soldier. Take the crawler. Right away. Kill that watcher. I'm on it.
Going now.
I don't have much ammo, but I'll figure something out here.
Crush it. You're the boss.
Enemies like to hide in this section, so I would rather be thorough. That's why I pay attention that everything is dead before moving on.
Take that soldier down.
Waiting for the shield.
Nice. No votes required.
I think that was all of them. Yeah.
Area's clear. Tanaka, how do we get the elevator? Got it.
And now I have a bit of time to pick up some weapons. Namely the railgun and the DMR.
Is she on the Guardian too?
Master Chief seemed to think so.
So if she's there, then where are they going?
We'll find out once we're at the Pelican.
I send my allies to go to certain locations
I understand
so they can
Master
spawn kill
Chief
some of
is
the
ordering
enemies.
to find Cortana, but why the rest of Blue Team? They didn't know her.
And these sections are quite random, so I hope everything goes according to plan.
They've registered more operations than any other fire team in the UNSC.
Their family.
Exactly.
I will nade spam when they're about to spawn.
Incoming from Atheist.
Alright. We have time for a donation.
Okay, so we have a couple of donation that streamed in quite at the same time. So first we have 6 euros by Indy saying 700 hype, which, yes, we just reached 700 euros. So let's give a round of applause for that.
Nice.
Then moving on, we had 168 by Zeta. Okay, for the last time, I'll fix it. I guess she did. Please don't break it again. Blame M3 for the Dark Soul character name. Then David Spartan actually donated 10 euros in total, saying, PogChamp, oh yeah, boys, Halo 5 run. Distro, you better not choke 2 Psycho on Guardians. And remember to pick up Dicta Signet on the breaking. I think I said that right, but... So thank you all for those generous donations, and please keep donating.
I would like to thank for donations too, and David Spartan. I'm not picking up the Dialect Signet. Sorry. It's kind of a meme. He always picks it up, I never pick it up.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm at Meridian Station. Everyone's dead. Governor Sloan isn't here. Please. Is there anyone left here but me? Sloan just up and abandoned his...
I will kill... There's 3 knights spawning. 2 of them are random, and 1 of them always spawns here. And while I kill them, I think we have time for another donation.
And we'll make certain that those who should answer
Another... We got another €1.46 donation by Bad RNG saying, nope, not this ugly whole number thing. Thank you for your generous donation.
This one right next to each other, so pretty good. Here we go. Alright, now the really fun part of the speedrun is starting. I think the next 10 minutes are pretty cool.
There's that Guardian song again. What's that about?
It starts with the section which showcases the movement mechanics very well. It's called the Jungle Gym.
Transport 3 to group. Heads up. That thing's starting to move. I don't know what's going on. Wait. It just stopped.
It's basically a parkour run that's starting now. And you will clamber, thruster, jump. It's kind of fun.
There's the Guardian. Keep moving towards the Pelican.
Pelican's a few more super runs up from here. How far is that? More than you want it to be, not as far as it could be.
Oops.
Everyone all right?
Well, I might have choked that. Hold on. Okay, we're good.
Brake stopped a total collapse, but she won't hold out long.
Do you figure the structure is still secure enough to play?
Won't be because smart if it doesn't jump. Think this thing might fall after all.
To help you, I'm calling in our Pelican now. We'll risk autopilot. The Pelican's just outside. Move it, people!
Alright, that's the end of the evacuation.
Closer together. Looks like a countdown.
And if you think the campaign is broken so far in the speedrun, I can say there's a lot of things coming up very soon. That will just confirm
There've been 5 more events following.
or highlight how broken this campaign really is.
I need a means to stop this now.
The next level is called Reunion,
Under Halsey's theory, Cortana is activating the Guardians.
and you'll see.
It's an ion. A pre-covenant religion.
Starting off with a trick right away, and out of bounds. Which is kind of hard to do, so let's see if I can do it. Got it.
No long range uplinks at all. Long way from nowhere.
Can just go out of bounds.
We're brought to this location for a reason. Search ahead.
And because we like black magic, we are walking on air right now. And we go inbounds again. It skipped around a minute, I think, because it skips an elevator ride and all the parkour around these hills and plants and whatnot. This specific section is quite straightforward. I just have to
Ready up.
run through and survive. And here I pick up the carbine to snipe the sniper. Okay, we're good. He can one-shot kill you sometimes, which is quite annoying. Let's just survive this. Yeah, I'm fine. Because the needle is an awesome weapon. You make use of it here.
Find any answers standing here.
I'll see if I can force a checkpoint here. If not, it's also fine. Come on.
Target the jacket.
Got it. Okay. There's another chick coming right up.
Going inside yet? No, stupid shield is still in the way.
There's a forerunner facility here.
She's also one of the cooler ones in my opinion. Just wait for the Phantom here to approach you.
I don't think they've been here long.
Okay, you can think what happened now. Yeah. We're going to climb on the Phantom. And just jump to the next section. And I skipped minutes of fighting and elevator rides and whatnot.
It's another one of those.
And if you think, okay, that was cool and out of bounds, Phantom jump.
Been coming through with them.
Alright, that's Reunion, I have to say. No.
Caught in the slipspace
Wait, there's
bubble
more.
we pulled through.
We have to go through a mid-level cutscene here.
We're definitely
And after that it gets quite interesting again. You will notice that 343 Industries doesn't understand how walls are supposed to work. So we just go through here, through the wall. Come on.
What do you intend when you reach her?
Okay, that's weird positioning. Can I make it anyway? Yeah. And we got the bounce.
I've come to bring her home.
If you understood what she has become, you would not speak of such juvenile concepts as hope.
This gives a bunch of fighting.
assuming we're right and Cortana is on this planet. How did she get
You can just run through, which I usually do in speedruns, but I think this trick is cool, so I'm going to, that's why I'm showing it off. You can go back in bounds from here. Let's see.
The mantle of responsibility belongs to Cortana and the other created.
And you think, wow, that was cool, I have to say. But wait, there's more. I can see if I can force a checkpoint here. No, if not, that's also okay. Even though I would really use one, because this is the only trick that's really dependent on luck. Alright, didn't get one. That's fine. I figured something out. It's the next one fight, and I got a really weird checkpoint, which I don't like, but let's see what happens. I'm going to position myself here. Okay, that's not what I want. What I'm going to do is I want a specific attack from the Warden, and it's random if it happens or not. And I'm going to position myself in a certain location, and if it works out correctly, which it hopefully will. Come on. Got it. That's the Reunion Warden fight, Skip. It's based on luck.
It's unique.
And you think, okay, there was an out of bounds. Phantom jump. Okay, another out of bounds. Cool. Okay, you got launched in the air. That must make sense. That's also cool. I have to say, wait, there's more. We're not done yet.
Cortana, why does the Warden think he needs to protect you from me?
There's so much to explain. It'll be easier when we're face to face.
Try me.
The cure for rampancy I found means AIs can be immortal. That kind of lifespan allows for long-term planning, just like the Forerunners were capable of. AIs can assume the Forerunner's mantle of responsibility. And once there is peace, we can focus on poverty.
In this ending section, I'm going to fly a Phaeton. It's one of the new vehicles in Halo 5. Quite fun, to be honest. And just a gentle reminder that 343 Industries doesn't understand the concept of walls and barriers correctly. So what we're going to do is fly straight into a rock. Oh wait, no. Fly through it. And we have to hit the load out of bounds, which is quite precise, so I hope I will not choke this. We have to hit the load. And then fly to the end. And that was really mean. We have time for donations.
All right, we have €8.54 from Indy saying, "Kill the animals and fix the donations." And then we have another one from My Wolf Goes Rar for €20, just saying a smiley face. Thank you for those generous donations.
Well, thanks from my side too for the donations. Also, cheers, My Wolf Goes Raw. This mission is quite execution heavy and quite random at the same time. Especially the beginning section is execution heavy, so I hope that will not end in disaster.
An assault on Vadam lands, targeting Arbiter specifically. You will find Arbiter at the Elder Council chambers. Victory to Clan and Kin, Spartans. Maquis out.
But yeah, it's another important thing I should probably mention for legendary speedruns. You have to be aware of what's going on in your surroundings. Every enemy can kill you, every enemy's behavior is random. If you don't have an overview of what's happening around you, you're pretty much dead. Alright, we made through here, that's good. That was actually very good RNG. In this section, I'm going to first kill a few snipers.
Arbiter's an ally, so these dead here are our brothers as far as I'm concerned.
Come on.
Agreed. It's time for payback.
There's a third one showing up here very soon. And there's a cool trick upcoming. Which is really precise, so I might fail it a few times. Let's see how it goes. If I run fast enough, there's a scripted drop pod. If I position myself under, I got it. Nice. I can get launched up in the air. I'll explain what happened there. After you cross a certain area of the map, the drop pod is scripted to fall down in a certain location, and you set yourself down, set yourself up where it's going to drop. And if it falls on you, collisions are really weird in Halo 5. It pretty much pushes you into the ground, which, as a result, launches you up in the air. And that skips actually a lot on Legendary. The section is otherwise really difficult.
That building's taking a beating.
That's the Elder Council chambers. Maquis said the Arbiter was there.
Oh, he ran away. Sneaky little elite.
Coming to you now.
Got it, Maki. Spartans, clear the shipmaster on landing zone.
Spirit inbound.
Alright. Oh, okay. Everyone's dead already. That was unexpected.
Hunter! Clear the area, Osiris.
I'm going to try to kill some hunters here. Really strong enemies. What? They already spawned? That's weird. That's unusual. I've never seen this happen before. And he already died. It's also weird.
Rally up, we just lost Bale.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Just improvise. Every hit can one... Okay, we got them. They can one-hit kill you, so it's really, really dangerous to fight those people. Or aliens.
Your position. Hold your fire.
Check your fire. Friendly incoming.
Your commander Palmer thought you would find these useful.
I do like the way she thinks.
Early Mantis board saves a bit of time.
On the Elder Council chamber. Time is running low, Spartans.
We'll clear a path to the Arbiter. Just be ready for extraction.
I shall await your signal.
Move out.
This vehicle is called the Mantis. For those who have played Halo 4 might know it from the previous title.
Covenant, on me, Osiris.
But it behaves differently in Halo 5. I don't know the differences. All I know is they behave very differently. Like the mechanics are different completely. I'm taking a lot of damage, which is quite unlucky, but it happens. Just wait for the shield to recharge. Yeah, I have to play this safe. Alright, we're good.
That's all of them.
Just send my allies to take the Wraith. And this section is one of the terrible sections of Speedrun because it's really random. What I need to do is for the Wraith to spawn, like it gets warped to me after a certain distance, but whether it happens and how it happens is completely random. And it did warp to me, that's good. That's good. I have to hope for my allies to kill the Wraith here. And they did, that's quite lucky, that's really good. Some really good luck here. That's some really good luck here. Nice. And if enough enemies are dead, the door will open here.
Door's opening.
Stand by, Marky. We'll get to the Arbiter soon.
Standing by.
Rally, Marky. We've reached the council chamber.
Understood. On my way.
And that's what is Sanghelios. I'm trying to attempt the cutscene skip, which is kind of tricky. I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the run, but if you hold A and Y at the beginning of an oncoming, at the end of the mission, you skip some of the cutscenes, not all of them, but some of them. And this one is a bit different. I didn't get the skip. That's okay though. In this one, you have to hold the buttons, and then after a certain timing, release them, push them again, keep them held, skip the cutscene. So I lost a minute in real time, unfortunately, because I didn't get it.
Spartan Jameson Locke, UNSC.
We have time for donations.
And thanks you for your cooperation.
Alright, we have €1.37 from Bad RNG saying, break the donation total, or did I?
The spies announce themselves now, Agent Locke.
I'm a Spartan now, sir.
I know who you are. You were an agent when you volunteered to execute me.
I saved your life today.
Yet now you hunt another spy.
Yeah, it's around a minute lost.
Of your clan.
But this Arbiter is a cool character, so it doesn't hurt too much. You saw a bit of him. This is another autoscroller mission, second of 3. It's only 1 minute long though, so that's fine.
I have a briefing prepared. Given Cortana's show of power, I am reluctant to discuss it over open channels.
Understood, Doctor. We're on our
So I have to wait until I can speak to Halsey.
Over here, Osiris.
And then wait until I can speak to Palmer.
You found a way to activate the Guardian?
This is a constructor, a Forerunner tool I can use to interface with the Guardian. Constructors were ubiquitous in Forerunner facilities. These hills are riddled with support stations for the Sanghelios Guardian. Palmer has the coordinates of one such station. Finding a constructor there should be simple.
Ready when you are, Osiris.
We're ready, Commander Palmer.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, the next level is called Enemy Lines.
Facility north of here.
It's I think it's a mission with quite a lot of variety. There's a bunch of running, a bunch of driving, flying, fighting. We have all of it in around 5 minutes of gameplay. Well, 6, realistically. You will see me take a very specific path here. If you go through this entrance,
Commander Palmer, we're in position.
you will be hit by a wave animation and be stunned. You just skip it by going through here for some reason. And during the animation length that was supposed to happen, you're invincible. So right now I can't die. And right about now I can die again.
Shield in the way. Take it down.
Yeah, that was also a very obvious skip. You can just jump over the shield. For some reason, there was a ridiculous oversight. So you're supposed to destroy a core, or destroy the shield, but you can just jump over it.
Get to the temple ground.
I'm not supposed to take the ghost in this section, but again, we're speedrunning, so we're doing it anyway. With some trick jumps. Alright. This section can be quite random sometimes, so I have to be careful. It's also very execution heavy.
Let's find a way past.
And on the unpatched version of the game, vehicles are much more likely to flip like crazy, so I have to be careful about that too. It feels like driving a feather duster or something.
Shield down.
Alright, be good.
Nice work, Osiris. Move inside.
I'm heading into the temple.
Flip for good luck.
Inside, Osiris. This has to be it.
What I'm going to do here might seem cruel, but it's part of the speedrun, I swear. I want to kill all 3 of my allies, and I'll explain why very soon. I'm going to hit load here, and I'm going back to hopefully kill all of them. Let's see. Got 1 of them.
Let's help Arbiter finish this.
2 of them. Okay, the 3rd one might spawn later, which is bad. What I'm going to do here is going to destroy the Kraken. This giant flying vehicle thingy. And after the Kraken is destroyed, it will it goes for an animation which starts if there's no one on the Kraken. So that's why I want my allies to be gone. Like Tanaka. Here we go. And you will see that these people, these aliens despawn. They got it. Oh, Tanaka is on the vehicle. Okay, that's actually quite unlucky. Yeah, that's what happens. Now I have delayed destruction sequence. Like if I had gotten the instant Kraken, it would have still fast actually. It would have been faster than this. But yeah, you don't want any of your allies inside of it. Otherwise it will be delayed. We need to pick up some ammo here.
Something woke up.
A bunch of spawn killing, a bunch of RNG, and a bunch of improvising for this section. It's a big fight.
Do you think it'll follow us?
And we have good RNG.
Clear the area.
Because these 2 are going to the right side, so I can just instantly kill them. Good.
Rally up, we just lost base.
That's really good RNG actually. Nice. That was a really good fight.
Commander Palmer, we have the constructor. Ready for extraction.
Nice work, Spartans. Arbiter, ready for pickup.
I am sending a ship your way, Spartan.
And now we have to watch the, well, play through the last Autoscholar mission. Which is again a minute long, so it's not too bad.
Watch yourself, Spartan.
There goes the constructor.
When it activates the Guardian, we use tonight.
Everything is prepared.
Let's report into Palmer.
We will begin with...
Make sure you come through with that air support.
Since I don't want to spend an Autoscholar in silence, I think I can
Dr. Halsey has the constructor.
talk about my controller settings a bit for those who are maybe interested. I've been asked the question a few times. I play on default settings, but I have the left stick and the right stick remapped in the Xbox One settings, so that I sprint with the right stick and crouch with the left stick.
Osiris, come look at this. I'm using this structure to upload the
Usually people
recordings
use
of the
recon or bumper jumper.
Make sure you're ready to go when I give the signal.
Standing by.
Get comfortable. It could be hours. I take it back. It's headed
I'm
for
playing
Sanaya.
sensitivity
It's
4
moving towards
out
the
of 10.
Guardian.
Arbiter, it's time.
The next cutscene is very infamous for having terrible speech. It's like terrible dialogue. I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. And we have to listen through the beginning part of it, unfortunately. Tanaka's speech is kind of a meme in the speedrun community.
Osiris, form up. Everyone ready?
I will try to skip it as soon as possible, though.
Actually, Tanaka, if I could ask a favor. Just say a word or two.
Come a long way together. A long way yet to go. Let's make a good jump like we mean to. And handle fools like we need.
Here they come!
Nope. Anyway, we start this mission right away with the skip. It's a bit of a tricky one, so let's see how this goes. Got it, okay. We got out of bounds, we skipped the first fight. Let's go around here and be in bounds again. This mission is really troll sometimes because in the first 3 minutes of it you don't get a checkpoint, and if you die you get reloaded all the way back, which is not a nice thing to happen, especially not during a marathon, so I'm playing this a bit safer than usual. That will do. But yeah, I have to focus really hard until I get the checkpoint, because this section is really bad sometimes.
Covenant insertion pod. Cannons offline.
You have to shoot this cannon here. There's like a battery there.
Down on my position.
And then we have to wait for dialogue.
Keep moving. Plenty more to do. Cannon destroyed.
This door will open with, I think, 3 grunts and 1 big elite with a fuel rod cannon. Fuel rod cannon can instant kill you, so I hope that will not happen. We should be fine. And this section is really hard, so I hope I will not die.
At the door!
3 cannons here. Take them down quick. Our ride's going to leave without us.
Entrance of the building is shielded.
I'm waiting for a checkpoint here that I can get, hopefully.
That should take the shield down. Let's hack it.
Hopefully. Alright, no checkpoint for me. When I hack this battery, every enemy that has a shield will have his shield dropped. But also me. But I do that to get the elites down quickly. And there's 2 normal ones and the gold one. I got 1 of them, so that will do. And I'm hoping for a checkpoint, and I got one, thank god.
cannon down. Only one left.
And that's why I want the checkpoint.
Second cannon down. Only one left. Last cannon destroyed. Good work, Spartan. Arbiter, cannons offline on our position.
My troops will arrive and secure your position. Move on towards the target.
Alright.
You must reach the Master Chief in time.
Copy that,
I've killed enough enemies to get a certain dialogue about phantoms. I think friendly phantoms approaching, something like that.
Power source for this last cannon.
Take this, Spartan.
Out of ammo, I hope this is enough.
Friendly phantoms
There we go.
approaching.
Spartan lock. Come in.
Marquis, hello again.
Air defenses still protect the skies between you and the Guardian. Too many for me to ferry you to your destination. You need another path. At your location, there is passage.
Okay, that can happen. That was a really dumb death, though.
Thank you, Marquis.
I hope my checkmate's not too far away. This will do, it's okay. At least I have ammo this time.
Just lost Vegas. Take this weapon.
Going now.
Friendly phantoms, there we go.
Spartan lock. Come in.
Marquis, hello again.
Air defenses still protect the skies between you and the Guardian. Too many for me to ferry you to your destination.
There we go.
Another path. At your location, there is passage.
Again, SWAT gives me 15%, I think, no, 10% faster movement speed. Or 15, I'm actually not sure right now.
Osiris, Marquis said there's a way down. Find it.
But I will also need it for later to fight some hunters again, like on blue team.
Find their power source or target the cannons themselves.
So as you can see, I assigned the fuel rod to one of my allies and Marco took it.
We're on it.
And upcoming is one of my favorite parts of the speedrun, simply because I think it looks nice. The surroundings are quite pretty. Yeah, I like the graphics. And it's kind of fun to just run through it.
Marquis says we'll get direct access to the Guardian from down here. But remember, we don't have the swords of St. Helios to distract these troops.
Whatever gets us to the Guardian quickest.
Okay, that's quite unfortunate. That's normal legendary. A deathless run is very improbable. The only Halo speedrun that has a deathless run is Halo 4 right now. On the legendary difficulty, I mean.
Guardian's still too far. Hurry.
This next section is quite random. I could get sniped, I could get EMP'd, or anything crazy could happen. Let's see how it goes.
Prometheus. We'll be ready.
The constructor must have done its work.
It means the Guardian will be awake soon.
I got EMP'd, but I should survive this, I think. Yep, we good. Alright, spawn killing some hunters. I actually kill them before they are able to attack me or anything.
End of the line. We have to go back up.
Better hurry. Can't have too much longer to go.
I hear some grunts. Elevator door.
Everybody on the elevator.
Whoa.
Arbiter, this is
You can go down here. It doesn't really do anything. Just looks weird.
Arbiter.
You will get warped back onto the elevator when it's on the top.
That's no good.
So it's fine to do this.
Guardian by now.
Doesn't lose any time either.
We do, but not at the risk of missing the Guardian. Reaching Master Chief is more important.
We just missed all the fun.
Ooh, that's bad movement. I'm attempting a skip here, which I might fail because I was too slow at the beginning. Let's see. Yeah, the crawler deload, so I can't do it. There's an animation here
Over there in the ocean. Guardians rising.
where you just shake like this. If you assassinate the crawler before you get hit by the wave, both animations cancel each other out. And if you do slow, the crawler just despawns. But it's like only 2 or 3 seconds of time save, it doesn't really matter. This ending fight is really tricky, really hard. And there is one specific thing about it that's really annoying. If you die, the game might crash. It doesn't necessarily have to, but it can crash. So I hope that's not going to happen. So I'm going to play this safe so I will not die.
Keep pushing, Osiris. We're almost to the Guardian.
To kill enough enemies, there will be two-way spawning here. With a bunch of soldiers. And I have to kill all of them. And after those are dead, there will be another wave. From which I have to kill 4 enemies. Oh god. Waiting for the shield. Oh, unfortunately the sniper dropped down. Didn't it? Wait. There's usually a sniper here, I don't know what happened to it. And I kinda need other this.
All that matters is the Guardian hasn't left yet. There's still time.
Let's kill one more enemy.
Take that soldier down.
I don't know where the crawler went. Oh, all the way here. Okay. And this is spawn the warden fight. Oh, actually, I didn't get the right crawler. That's the right one. This will spawn the warden.
We don't have time to discuss it. Take
Just
him
try
out.
to kill it from the distance.
Deal with the warden first. Focus fire, Osiris.
Okay.
What's a Genesis?
It's where the Guardian's headed.
That's also genius dialogue. What's a Genesis? It's another meme in the speedrun community of Halo 5. But yeah, the next mission is called Genesis. It's again one of the flashier ones. Even in the casual playthrough, the beginning section of it looks kinda cool.
Where are we? What the?
Activate mag boost.
Like standing on the side of a skyscraper.
And this section can be really tricky sometimes, and every death is a huge revert, so I'll have to pay attention.
Let's find out.
The aiming has to be on point.
Jameson lock broadcasting on all UNSC frequencies. Sierra 117, please respond.
Guardian's moving.
Get moving. Reach a low enough altitude where it's safe to jump. Stay in the middle. Watch out for gaps. Crawling ahead. Don't stop. Shoot and run.
Like it's trying to shake us off.
Didn't come all this way to
Alright, I might die here. I get unlucky. Oh boy. I have no idea what I did there. And I have no idea why it worked out, but I'm happy about it. Because I could have easily died. I'm going to do a small skip now. If I enter the next section when Master Chief starts talking, I forgot what he says. I think, how the hell are you here or something like that.
Let's try this again. Spartan Jameson locked the Sierra
I have to wait for that and then enter the next section. Ah, yeah. And this makes this gives a bit of dialogue, so you can enter the next section a bit faster. So I'm hitting the toaster for good luck. So.
So this is the right place.
Have you also come to stop Cortana from claiming the mantle?
The mantle.
I'm actually meleeing to delay a checkpoint because the next section is really tricky, and there's a cool trick upcoming, but also a very difficult one.
Accessing your communication systems. Oh, by the way, there are a number of hostile visitors just outside, so I brought you this.
I have to be really fast, pick up the right weapon, which I did, scatter shot. I will need that later.
Yeah, I reckon we can make use of that.
Pick a ghost and just drive. Try not to die.
Sure we don't want to use the scorpion back there? Looks pretty neat. Look up!
As you see, Genesis's defenses are targeting.
Alright, this is set up for riding a phantom. And because one phantom isn't cool enough, you're riding two phantoms.
Privileges have been revoked, but worry not. I still have control of some aspects of this facility. Why has she called so many? A single guardian can effectively police a solar system. This show of force is unsettling.
I'm sorry, police? Show of force?
Indeed.
Dropping inbounds again.
Enforced peace in the lower systems.
Got it. This next section is one of the most random sections of the game, so a lot of things could go wrong, which is to be expected. I have to spawn the enemies and be fast and pretty much get lucky and have good execution at the same time. I'm going to skip a bridge. Let's see. Well, that was my fault. It was really good RNG, but I choked it. Something a lot of people might not know is that if you hold the right bumper, at least on default settings, you can lift the nose of your ghost so you can fly further away and higher, which makes this skip possible. And there we go. That was some really good RNG, by the way. I didn't even get hit. Because usually that section can be really awful. And we have a double warden fight here. Because one warden is not enough.
And you likely will again. He is rather tenacious. Warden, why do you help the Ancilla?
Did I get a checkpoint? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm trying to kill him as quickly as possible. Because if I'm too slow, they will spawn extra waves. Whoa, okay. It's quite unfortunate. But it's a good checkpoint though, it's okay. That was the second one's attack that killed me there. Just to mention, I boost over this ramp. And that's the thing that skips some waves, but if I'm too slow, the ones will spawn the waves anyway. And this is a special weapon, it's called the answer to solve with explosive rounds, which is very convenient sometimes.
Combat is quite exhausting to watch. I am constantly worried you are about to die.
You have fought a worthy battle, Spartans.
Okay, should be fine. Should die very soon. Yup. And because I skipped the ramp at the beginning, by just launching over it with the ghost, I have to go back to hit the trigger to end the mission. Alright.
Chief.
We are entering the last Master Chief mission, which is called the Breaking. A lot of fighting, but a bunch of cool tricks at the end.
You allow them an audience. You risk all in the name.
The beginning fight is really tricky sometimes. It's very RNG heavy, so let's see what happens.
They will disperse your guardians. Leave,
There's another thing about legendary speedrunning in pretty much every Halo game. Situational adaptation. You will have a different scenario in every run. You can do 1,000 runs, but always things happen. Will always things be happening that you've never saw before in every single run. And you have to be able to adapt to that accordingly. Like you have to find the right mix between safe strats and risky strats. So you survive and try to go as fast as possible. Wrong decision will kill you usually. And it's kind of the art of legendary speedrunning in Halo games. I had good RNG with the crawlers because I had 1 white crawler and 2 black ones. More white crawlers is bad, only 1 white crawler is good. I have to kill all these enemies here. Which is going to be fun.
Move, blue team.
Okay, Knight is coming to me. It's okay, my allies can revive me if I get lucky. Linda got this. And there we go. See if we can get the face. Okay, good. And now the other one. Yep.
Engage the soldier. Soldier is your target.
There's a crawler hiding probably. Otherwise the gate would open. Sometimes there's a troll crawler running back here. And by sometimes I mean every time on a good run. I don't even see him. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay.
Is that the last of them?
Affirmative. All clear. Doors open, Chief.
Get in.
Well done, John.
I will trigger the elevator ride and then I'll go back for some ammo. And I'll get warped back to the elevator again so it doesn't lose time.
It's so good to see you again, John. So good to see all of you back together.
Alright, the next section is a bit weird because there's how many? Wait, 1, 2, 3. I think 4 triggers spread across the room. And what we're doing is we're cutting a bunch of enemies at the beginning, like on the first floor. It's a tower with 3 levels, and then we go up, and then we backtrace everything to hit all the triggers. Looks a bit weird, but it's the fastest way on Legendary. Because this way we avoid fighting a bunch of enemies. And we can just run through. We have to hit all the triggers and all the enemies on top floor have to die. There's like 4 enemies.
Listen
And we're doing that now. Spawn kill some crawlers.
We'll handle it.
Oh, I dropped down, okay.
Promethean soldiers in play.
Finish that crawler.
Roger that.
Welp.
I guess more hostiles inbound.
We'll handle it. Promethean soldiers in play.
Alright. This is a crawler here. It's okay. The first trigger is here, just hit it. The second trigger is right here. I hit it. I have to be fast before these enemies kill me. They'll just spawn. Go back down. And then go back up again. And I can hit the final trigger, which is up here. And these 4 enemies that just spawned have to die.
We lost Fred. Regroup.
Come on. Okay. Where's the last guy? There we go. And now we can continue.
Cortana's letting this happen. He could rain warden in if she wants.
Allow them to get any closer to you.
I'm tired of your antics. Stand down.
Some spawn killing. Every enemy in this section has to die.
Cortana, talk to me.
And I have a specific pattern for this.
Until then, I have work to do.
Oh god. Be careful here. And then, oh wait, I can see him. You do binary rifle strats. Let's see. There's an enemy alive, I don't know where he is.
John, we were always a great
Okay.
Even if you don't
Oh,
agree with my plans,
he's just chilling here in the corner. Okay.
Get us safely to you, and then we'll talk.
Alright, that was the last clear. And there's a bunch of big skips upcoming. In the casual playthrough, the next sections are hell. For those who have played the game or have heard about it, you might have heard about the infamous triple warden fight. That was like one of the earliest skips that was found. Because the triple warden fight is really difficult. And it's very frustrating. But first we're doing another skip, another big skip. And a really cool one in my opinion. What we will try to do is we go onto this platform up there. And we'll try to get squeezed in between the gondola and the platform. And you will see what happens.
The reclamation of the Forerunner Empire is the task of the created. And the greatest of their numbers.
It's a hard trick, by the way. I might take a few tries. That was a bit too high. Ooh, almost. Too high. There we go. And we can grab onto an invisible platform for some reason. right here.
What's happening now? My ascension here on Genesis. It has always been the plan. Come.
Since I'm ahead of schedule, like if I'm I think minutes ahead of what I was expecting to be, I'll show something cool. We should take a minute away, but I think it's worth it. This is triple warden fight, and you can skip the trigger, which I'm doing now on purpose. You have to hit it to end the mission, but if you don't hit it, you can just go to the ending and not trigger the ending. And you can just go straight to the Cortana model here. And it's kind of peculiar. I think it's the Halo 4 Cortana model. Welcome to Creep Cortana. She will always look at you. You can mess around a bit. And the fun thing is, the shining light, the blinding effect, comes from her genital area. As long as it's covered, you will not blind it, but as soon as you see it, you're blinded. Okay, I can go back to hit the trigger now. But yeah, this is the infamous triple warden fight, but it has a very obvious skip. It was the first thing that was found, I think, in the speedrun. Just have to hit the trigger. There we go. You can just use the man cannon here. Thruster, ground pound to the end. Ta-da. Alright, that was breaking, and now we're entering the last level. And there's a lot of things to say about the last level. Get to it right away. After this cutscene. We have to wait for dialogue on the gondola here anyway, so it's not very impressive. But yeah, this is Guardians. This used to be the longest level in the speedrun. I think half an hour long or something. Really obnoxious. In the casual playthrough, you have to, well, first of all, go through all of this, which is the gondola ride and dialogue and blah blah. And after that, you have to destroy 5 cores in an open area, and then there's a giant fight in the middle of the map, and you have to push a button, which is really difficult in Legendary because everything is trying to kill you over there.
Where's the cryptum from here?
Not far. Right this way.
And then after that, after you push the button, there's a pyramid opening, and there's a huge ending fight. And when I say huge, I mean huge. And then there's like an elevator ride, and you're at the end of the mission. It takes over half an hour or so, but there is a huge skip, and we don't do any of that.
Watch out! Take that position. Move, double time. Gotcha. On my mark.
Where did it go?
Okay, they're blocking me. I don't like that.
Has begun.
Exuberant.
Problem solved.
I always thought the duty would fall to humans. And in a way, I suppose it has. Well, Mr. Locke,
I will try to use the gondola's momentum to get boosted into the next room. I'm not sure if I will get it, but it looks cool, so I hope that I will get it.
You were built, not born.
oh yes, AIs are just machines, aren't we? Mass-produced, disposable. Well,
Veil,
humanity
please.
may not have cared for its created,
Alright.
but we will care for you.
You expect other AIs to join you?
Got it.
I have cured rampancy, not just for me, but for any who join my cause. While you've been running
This next
around
session
the
is kind of
galaxy,
random,
to my created. And now
but you can influence a certain part. Like with the path I take, I'm quite likely to survive, but it's not guaranteed.
peace to the galaxy.
This is Cromwell, shipboard AI.
I should be fine.
Meldon's Prime. I am yours, Cortana.
Colonial Authority AI.
Governor Sloan, the free people.
Alright.
I also stand with you, Cortana.
Those are the voices of your children calling.
Safety strats.
Shipboard AI.
And that's the open area I was talking about. If you see this core in the middle there, not that one, but here. There's 5 of those in this section. You have to destroy all of those in the casual playthrough. And then do a bunch of fighting. We don't do that. The sword I just picked up is called the Vorpal Talon. It allows me to hover twice as long as a normal sword. And to thrust it twice, which is very handy for what I'm going to do next.
You heard her. Weapons free. Eliminate the core.
I'm going out of bounds.
Don't stop, Osiris. Cortana's not waiting for us.
Humans, come back. This gravitational core is still active.
This is quite tricky, by the way. I got a checkpoint. That's quite perfect. Let's see. This is more difficult than it looks. Alright, got it. And we just go out of bounds. And we hit the ending trigger. And I screwed up. That's okay. Because I have a checkpoint here. Alright, I'm hitting the ending trigger. It will warp me to the entrance of the pyramid. And after a certain part of the dialogue, the whole ending section gets loaded. So I have to position myself and time it correctly.
If her guardian leaves with blue team, it's all over.
Only one of us has to reach the relay to stop.
At a certain part of the dialogue, everything will load. And if I do a mistake, then I will soft lock. I should be fine. Yeah. And that's the ending section. But it's not over yet. There's another trick here. You see this, I don't know what it's called, I think relay. Yeah, there's a relay animation skip. If I hit the ending sequence, like the ending trigger, at the same time while I get hit by a wave, which I successfully did, I just skipped 40 seconds of animation where I would have opened the relay. And it's literally the last input of the game. It can lose you 45 seconds if you don't get it. But what's happening here, you hit the ending trigger, which starts an animation, and you get hit by a wave, which knocks you down, and both animations cancel each other out. Instead of opening the relay, you just go straight to the next sequence. And that's the end of the run, by the way. The time is coming up when the blue crit approaches and the screen fades to black. In around half a minute or so, I think. So if you like Halo speedrunning, I should shout out HaloRuns.com. Halo co-op runs are on Speedrun.com. And time is coming up in like 10 seconds or so when the screen fades to black. And time. So that was Halo 5 Legendary. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for the donations and thank you for BSG. Thank you to BSG for having me.